Hello friends, welcome to another video. Today's review is King of Wrath by Anna Huang. I hope I said her last name right. I'm really sorry if I didn't. I love the detail of the ring on the cover and the subtle graphic in the background. It's just some flowers and a dragon and part of the New York um, skyline, I guess. I will read the back for you. Ruthless, meticulous, arrogant, billionaire CEO Dante Russo thrives on control, both personally and professionally. He never planned to marry until the threat of blackmail forces him into an engagement with a woman he barely knows. Vivian Lau, jewelry heiress and daughter of his newest enemy. The wife he never wanted, the weakness he never saw coming. It doesn't matter how beautiful or charming she is, Dante will do everything in his power to destroy the blackmail and their betrothal. There's only one problem. Now that he has her, he can't bring himself to let her go. Elegant, ambitious, well-mannered, Vivian Lau is the perfect daughter and her family's ticket into the highest echelons of society. Marrying a blue-blooded Russo means opening doors that would otherwise remain closed to her new money parents. While the rude, elusive Dante isn't her idea of a dream partner, she agrees to the arranged marriage out of duty. Craving his touch was never part of the plan. Neither was the worst possible outcome, falling in love with her future husband. So this book is set mostly in New York, but modern times, fiction but not fantasy. Straight up regular people. The two main characters are obviously Vivian and Dante. It is written in first person, jumping back between Vivian and Dante's points of view, which I absolutely love. The main characters, so Vivian and her family, so her parents, her dad, Francis, and her mom, Cecilia, and her sister, Agnes, who is her older sister, who is also in an arranged marriage, but her and her husband have since fallen in love and are quite happy. And then there's Dante. We meet his parents. They play a minor role. I forgot to write their names down. And his grandpa, who raised him mostly. So he was raised by his grandpa, not his parents. His parents are very flighty. His best friends, Luca is his brother, his younger brother. His best friends, Kai and Christian, business partners, closest friends, I should say, and then his main two housekeepers, Greta and Edward. Those are really the main characters we see a lot. We run into a few of Vivian's best friends, Isabella and Sloane, as well. They're pretty well into the book. I liked this. It's definitely a romance. What we would call smut, 18 plus for sure, very detailed, inappropriate for anything under that. It was a light read. I read it in a little over a day. I read it over the weekend, a day and a bit, and that was with doing other things. I treat it like a palate cleanser before I go back into something a little bit more meaty, something with a little bit more structure and whatnot. Not that it didn't. Like the back plot with the blackmail and whatnot was very well done. There's so much detail. Anna's writing is beautiful. She's very descriptive. So their world is the world of the highest rich people. Like literally CEO billionaire money means nothing to them. They spend it in ways that would make every normal person extremely jealous. And she often describes things by like dropping brand names and designers, like when Vivian's talking about her clothes, how she scuffed her shoe and like she drops a designer name, and the same with her outfits, like she almost spills coffee and she drops the designer name when she's describing her outfit. Stuff like that quite frequently in the book. Like, yes, we get it. You have lots of money and it doesn't mean anything. But it kind of helps like that's not an issue for them. Like for any of the things that they're doing, he doesn't have to worry about her being a gold digger per se. Like it's not about the money. It's about an arranged marriage, enemies to lovers, forced proximity, arranged marriage. Um, there was another one I was going to say in that as well with my description. Found family in a way, definitely about learning to be yourself and be more open. Vivian has her own problems with her family as well as Dante dealing with her family and his own family struggles. Like I said, his parents are flighty, he's not close to them. Yeah, it's kind of typical arranged marriage romance where, of course, they end up falling in love in the end and settle their differences. I won't exactly tell you about what involved with the blackmail and everything, but I thought it was rather sweet and adorable and fun, sassy. The flirting was great. The writing was great. I would give it, I would compare it to, like, Promises and Pomegranates. I really liked that romance too. That was light and fluffy. Although this one had more meat to it. Promises and Pomegranates didn't really have much of a serious plot line, whereas this plot line I found much better. The characters had depth. The characters were relatable. You see their growth and their change as they learn about each other and learn about themselves and change for the better to make their relationship work better all around, not just their personal relationships but their family relationships, their friendship relationships. You see the growth, which I really enjoyed. No real big surprises or anything. It's not that kind of book. It wasn't meant to be that kind of book. There are sequels. There's 2 more books that you can be, this is book 1, it says so right on the spine, but this can be read as a standalone. The next one is about her best friend. I'm pretty sure it was Isabella and Kai, because this one they hinted at them having a romance. Like you see them doing the flirting with their eyes in this one whenever they meet, and at the end of it she mentions that the next book is going to be about them, which I like. And she also put a little, the first chapter of, what's the name of the other book? Her Twisted series. Twisted Love, is that the name of it? I'm in the wrong spot. Twisted Love. She's done the first chapter of the Twisted Love series, which is nice as well. I liked this one, and I'm going to read the other 2, probably. So Isabella and Kai, and I'm sure Sloane, or maybe Luca. Maybe it's Luca's love, his Dante's brother. Either way, I'm gonna read the other ones for this series because I liked the characters a lot, and I'll think about reading the Twisted Love ones as well. Nice palate cleanser before my next serious book. You know, it's funny, I read a fluffy romance, it's a palate cleanser. I wouldn't call it that fluffy though. I read some fluffy romances, and this one was a little serious. I would give it a solid 4 out of 5 stars. I highly enjoyed it, exceeded my expectations. Writing was excellent, the character was relatable, the growth was relatable, emotionally moving. I definitely laughed out loud at several moments. Felt frustrated for both characters, for Dante and Vivian. They definitely have some struggles, but you see their growth. Sometimes you want to just smack them both. I found it a page turner. Like I said, I read it. I could have read it in a day if I really wanted to, but I had other things to do. So it took me 2 days, but not really 2 days. If I'm ever looking for a fluffy light read again, I may reread them. I did enjoy it. I do recommend it to the smut lovers out there. If you've read any of other Anna Huang's books, I hope I'm saying her name right. I'm so sorry, Anna. Anyway, highly enjoyed, highly recommend. Check it out. King of Wrath. I like that also that I should have mentioned this before. Dante, while being like he's like the grumpy teddy bear, grumpy and mean and the if you touch her I'll kill you kind of vibe, but he's not completely morally gray. Like he's not like he's actually a CEO. He's not the leader of like the mafia or anything. He's not afraid to punch someone in the face, but he's never committed murder. But he's definitely done some shady things. Anyway, great book. Recommend. Please like and subscribe, and I will put the links for the other books in the description box once I've read them. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.